motor. I love that motor. I even loved it before it was a 116. So I had the opportunity. I got lucky to run into the demo truck, and they happened to have available was the Challenger 2020 Challenger. It has the Power Plus motor at 122 horsepower and 128 pound-feet of torque with ABS, lean control, stability control. There's LED markers on the side of the single headlight, which is a blinker also, and a LED marker where the Indian insignia is. Brembo brakes. This one right here is the Dark Horse. It comes in three colors: white, black, and sandstone. And the one behind it is the Unlimited, which comes into that metallic red and metallic blue and black. And then you have the base model, which is in gray, which is not pictured over here. So the Dark Horse and the Unlimited are pretty much almost the same price point, about $27,000 out the door. You get all those options: the stability control, lean control, traction control, navigation. So that's the $27,000 price tag there. Where on the base model, you're only going to get the ABS and no navigation system, but you can order that as an option. Like I said, I had an opportunity to ride it. This one has the inverted forks on it, which I like having that on a bike. I have that on my current bike. So far as the build quality, as typical Indian, top of the line, premium, nice paint job, very, very vibrant paint job. Chrome is good. Everything on the bike shows, quality so far as build quality. Now you can see as here I'm riding the bike right now, and they changed the gauge configuration. They put the two dials up on top and the touch on the bottom. And I'll be honest with you, I kind of like that configuration better because the touchscreen is at a better accessibility for you to get at it, rather than having it up above you and where you'd have to lean over to do it. So far as the engine note, it has a different sound to it. It still sounds like a twin, but it's different. It's just different from the 116. The 116 has got a beefier sound to it. This one doesn't have such a low rumble to it. It's more in the mid-range. So far as the power, I had a chance to take it out on a highway, and it has plenty of power. Being that it's liquid cooled, that's going to give it that extra power. The cooler the engine runs, the better, the more juice you're going to get out of it. The advantage to the liquid cooled engine: when you're in traffic, you're not going to overheat, or you're not going to stall out because of the heat. These air cooled motors, as soon as they hit a certain temperature, they will shut down, and you'll have to pull to the side. So that's the advantage in the summertime. The bike is going to run a lot cooler. It'll still run hot, but not as hot as an air cooled motor. These new twins with the air cooled motors also have the oil coolers, but water cooling is just much better to cool with. So far as the wiring on this thing, they tucked it all away. It's very clean. You don't see any wires hanging out. The throttle is a fly-by-wire throttle system, which gives you those three different modes of performance: snow, rain, and sport. Forget the snow. I made a mistake there, but sport and rain, and I guess eco. I don't know what you want to call it. What the bottom mode is. I usually ride it in sport anyway. I like to take the most out of it as I can take out of it. So the ergonomics. I like the ergonomics. The bike was a perfect fit for me, actually. The level of the handlebars were just high enough where they weren't uncomfortable. The riding position was comfortable for me. I'm 5'8" 3/4", and when I stopped at the light, I could put my feet flat to the ground, so that the inseam or the seat height on it is pretty good. I mean, you're not going to be tippy-toed if you're a shorter person. Like I said, it was just a perfect fit for me. Even the way the mirrors were set up was perfect. Everything was perfect about the bike. I like the adjustable screen, which is typical of Indian motorcycles. To have the adjustable screen, with the screen all the way up, I had no buffering whatsoever. On a Chieftain, when I had it up, I was still getting buffering, and with this one, with it down, I got some buffering, but with it all the way up, not a bit of buffering. I mean, the windshield height stock out of the box was perfect on the bike. So no complaints there. My opinion, for the amount of money that you're paying for this thing, I wouldn't go for the $27,000 package unless you want all that ride control or whatever. I mean, I'm fine with just ABS and and so far as the navigation system, you could add that as an option for a couple $100, I think it is. So I wouldn't go crazy with the top of the line. I mean, it comes in one color, which is a metallic gray, but it's all about riding and not putting yourself in to the poorhouse, or unless you got that kind of money to blow and you want to spend that kind of cash. But I would go with the base model. It's a definite recommendation to buy, and like I said, good riding position. Bike has plenty of power, and I think Indian hit it right out of the ballpark. So this is my review, and this is Matty P signing out.